What is going on, YouTube world? I'm your brother Ratchet, KRT LYFE, KRT LYFE with the Y. Like, subscribe, comment, and all that. And in today's vlog, I'm going to be putting headlights on this 2005 Toyota 4Runner. Should be quick, fast, and in a hurry. So follow me, if you will. Alright, I'm already sweating. It is very, very humid out here. What I'm going to do first to do this job, I've actually never done it before, but I think I can do this a lot easier than you have to do it on the GX. First thing I'm going to do is pop all these little tabs out right here and remove all these tabs to get this plastic piece of trim off. After I get that piece off, I'm going to take this little piece off that's right here that goes across the front over the top of the bumper. That piece has the same type of clips like this that you have to pull off with any old little tool like this or a flathead. You just pull it like that and they come off just like that all around here. And then I think I can unscrew the 4 bolts that hold this together. There are 4 10mm bolts. One is right here. One is on the outside, one is right here, and one is right here. And yeah, that the light pretty much comes off, and you just have to remove the electrical connection. Alright, so one of the things I just discovered, that to pull this little piece of trim off right here, all you need to do is, there are these little black spots right here. You just stick one of these in there, and just kind of pull up, and it pops right out like I'll show you right now. So if you do like this, oh, that's in the way. Hold on. There it goes. And there it goes. It comes right up. You just gotta do that all the way across the front, and then this whole piece gives way and comes loose. Alright, this little piece of trim is now off. You can see all the little clips. Nothing broke. The thing is just having the right technique to get it off. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put something similar to this into the front like that. Pop these pieces out, which will release these little clips right here. And then once you do that, all you have to do is come under the front, under these points, and then just pry up like that. And as you pry up, it'll just pop off, and that'll give you access to the screws you need to get access to. And then you hit 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the inside 5 screws, and then you can pull the light off, like I'm about to show you right now. So the first thing I'm going to do to take this apart is I'm going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 screws from around the perimeter of the headlight housing, and then there's another screw that's inside, that's on the far edge of this light. That's a little bit harder to get to, but it's not impossible if you can reach in there with your hand. I found that the easiest way to do it is to go from the bottom and reach up and get that last screw out. I'm going to try to get my camera in there and see if I can show you how to get to it, but it's going to be kind of tight. So just hold tight, and I'm going to go ahead and pull these screws loose. There you go. Now there's only one more screw left and some electrical connections, and this whole piece comes out. Alright, here we are on the underside of the vehicle. The last screw that you have to remove is right on this plastic piece right here on the outside facing the bumper on that side. So you got to get a 10mm up in there and get to that little piece. It's not very difficult, as you can see. I can easily snake my hand up in here and touch it, but it's kind of hard to record it and do it. So you just imagine there's a 10mm on the back side of this piece right here, and that piece has to come out as well. And then after that, the headlight just comes right out. Very, very, very simple. All right, all of our screws are loose. So what we're gonna do is this little piece of trim right here pops off like so. Very easy. Then, after you pull that piece of trim off, the light is ready to pull off. Now, there are some little plastic tabs that this light kind of snags onto. So you gotta kind of pull up like this on these parts. And then, as you'll see here, there we go, this whole piece just comes right off like so. And once it's off, once again, the last thing that's left is your electrical connections. Now this one, you can just actually turn this one, probably if you want, and pull the whole thing out since you got to reuse it. You can do that with all of them, to be honest. This one wasn't even put in properly. That's probably what, that would be a good place to start. You can pull that whole thing out because this one wasn't even in there all the way, and this one wasn't in either. So now the whole light is out, and now I'm going to put the other light in. Alright, so we got the replacement lights right here. We're going to open them up and take a look, and first of all, we got to make sure they match. I should have opened them before I started this video, but whatever, it is what it is now. So we're going to open these up, take our first glimpse at the new lights, compare them to the old lights, and see how much of an improvement we hope to get from these. Carefully open these. I'm sure they're packed up really good. that. Oh, they actually came with bulbs. How about that? So, you can really see the difference between a new headlight assembly versus an old headlight assembly. Years of exposure to the elements and the sun have yellowed this one and caused it to, you know, get cloudy. And this one is brand new and it's very clear. Now, this can be restored if you wanted to go that route. It's a little bit time consuming and sometimes the results don't really come out very good unless you really know what you're doing and you use a really good high quality kit. But in this case, I would say that it is probably easier to go with a aftermarket kit. But the caveat to that is if you go with the aftermarket kit, sometimes the quality control isn't quite there. If we turn these around and you look at this one, this OEM one versus this aftermarket kit, you can kind of see where they skimped. You can see along the edges where the plastic molding process wasn't done as clean as with the OEM kit. Sometimes you'll have issues with these leaking. Sometimes they don't fit properly. There are some things that can come up not as good as we hope with aftermarket parts. But in this case, we hope that they fit and plug and play perfectly fine. All right, so for some reason my uncle did not have the high beam actually attached, but I'm gonna go ahead and reattach it for him. So here we go with the driver's side light. Gonna pull the film off like so. We're gonna line it up with all the mounting points. You got 1, 2, 3, and then yeah, that one in there. Now this last one on the bottom is not a real mounting point. That's for that piece of trim to attach to. So it's really just 4 mounting points. But we're gonna go ahead and do the electrical connections first. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put these screws back, and pretty much the job will be done. On this one, because it is an aftermarket part, getting this tab over this little plastic retainer piece, I had to kind of like push it on there, but you know, that's just kind of comes with the nature of aftermarket parts. So now I'm gonna go ahead and zip these back on. As you can see, the new headlights look beautiful and they look right at home on this 2005 4Runner. It is a very easy job to do. It was my first time doing it. It is much easier to do than a GX because you don't have to pull the bumper off to pull the lights off. And yeah, I think anybody can do this at home with some very, very simple tools. All you need is a 10mm socket or any type of socket set. You will need any type of small plastic prying tool like the ones that you saw me have in the video. And yeah, really that's all you need is those two things and maybe like a multi-bit screwdriver like I always use in all my vlogs. And yeah, besides that, you can do this pretty easy yourself. I'm your brother Ratchet, KRT LYFE with a Y. Like, subscribe, comment, and all that stuff. And I will see y'all in the next vlog about something like overlanding or overlanding-esque like this 4Runner. That's overlanding, right? Yeah.